All right, everybody, welcome to Best of NWF's Raw After Show, November 9, 2015. Now, after some big news over the weekend, Seth Rollins, the WWE Champion, was injured so badly that they immediately vacated the title and created this tournament. It was a shock to see, not only was he injured and they stripped the title from him. He was just injured on a house show. He was not on Raw tonight, and they pretty much moved ahead right away. Where is some other guys, when they've gotten injured, they've kind of let them have a final moment or something. But this was kind of interesting how they did it right into a tournament for the championship. A couple questions coming out of that is, since Sheamus is the Money in the Bank holder, why couldn't he just cash that in and become champion? Then you have Roman Reigns, the number one contender. Like, shouldn't they both fight for the title? That would make sense, But I guess they really wanted to do this tournament, and as it seems to be shaping up, it's going to be like the number one contenders tournament where we all know who's going to win. It'll be another boring, hey, it's Roman kind of moment. So Raw opens up with Triple H. Triple H comes down, talks about how great Seth Rollins is. This has turned out pretty good so far. Then, of course, brings down Roman Reigns or the Shield, or I can't really tell because he comes out to the Shield music in his Shield outfit and he never changes anything. What would really help Roman Reigns' career? Having him lose some matches, so I could actually care about him. I mean, that number one's contenders tournament, I think we all knew he was going to win, and anyone who didn't think he was going to win is crazy. And then we're going to have another tournament like a week later, and he's going to win that one too. Like, that doesn't make the fans like him. Triple H tried to bring him over to the authorities, saying all this nice stuff about him, and pretty much said, since you're the number one contender, you could just face the winner of the tournament and you two could fight and you don't have to fight through the tournament. And of course, this is all big setup to show how Roman Reigns is always willing to fight and he's going to fight and not sell out and blah, blah, blah. Pretty much pulling a John Cena, which I don't think is good in this day and age, especially with someone that's not very genuine when you see him out there. It's just ridiculous. Triple H gives this long promo and he's famous for his long-winded, boring promos, but Roman Reigns gets on the mic and God, every time he speaks, I just cringe. It's so awkward. Of course, Roman Reigns doesn't join the Authority. What a shocker. And then, of course, he's the first match in the tournament, and who's he against? Big Show. Wow, how exciting. We've seen them wrestle tons of times. I feel like WWE thinks like Big Show's a big test for someone, or, oh no, they're going to be fighting the Big Show. They better be worried. Big Show, he's the world's largest athlete, blah, blah, blah. But we all know Big Show's not going to win. So why even have the match? This goes into the whole thing of why do we have this number one contenders match? Why are we having this tournament? Just crown Roman Reigns your champion. I mean, him winning all these matches doesn't make him any better. I mean, it just pisses everyone off even more that we're wasting hours of our lives watching something we already know the end to. People are so concerned these days with spoilers. Well, here's a big spoiler right now. Roman Reigns winning the whole thing, winning everything that he's going into. The Royal Rumble last year, it was so obvious he was going to win. I mean, that's why the fans don't like him. It's so ridiculously obvious. Nobody goes into the movies if it's completely, known the outcome. And it goes the same for this. There may have been favorites before, but not like this day and age where it's not a favorite. You're not the favorite to win. You're the inevitable to win, which is not enjoyable to watch. So, of course, Roman Reigns wins that match. After that, we have Kevin Owens versus Titus O'Neil. And like I said before about the number one contenders tournament, I don't understand how a champion, the Intercontinental Champion or United States Champion or Tag Team Champion, whoever, is allowed to be in this tournament. I think they shouldn't be in the tournament. They're already champions. And if they go in the tournament. I think they should relinquish their title. I think it's just silly because it's another thing. Well, obviously Kevin Owens isn't going to win. He's already the Intercontinental Champion. Obviously Del Rio's not going to win. He's the United States Champion. Like, so why even have them in the matches? I know they're not going to win the whole thing. Who cares if they win a couple early matches? They're going to lose to Roman Reigns in the end anyway. It doesn't matter. So KO picks up the victory there. After that, we have our first women's match. We have Becky Lynch versus Paige, and I'm happy it's finally just a one-on-one match. There's no Bellas. There's, there's more to this story than what's been going on, because obviously Paige made a fool of Charlotte and Becky, and the announcers like to highlight that fact. And I love when JBL said, "I knew this was going to happen." We all knew it was going to happen, and the fact that Charlotte and Becky let it happen makes them look like idiots. So on that one, you have Becky picking up the victory, which I was actually shocked. I was expecting Paige to win by hook or by crook, but Becky picks up the victory, so good for her. So after that, we have another match in the tournament. We have The Miz versus Ziggler. I think we all knew Miz wasn't going to win this one. Ziggler wins this match, and he plays up this leg injury, which I don't know if it was a knock on Seth Rollins or what, but Ziggler needs to show more offense and less selling. And when he does that, he looks a million times better. So, how he won the match with the super kick, it just looked great. It was hard hitting. I'm happy he picked up the victory, where it's a little more convincing than his normal ones, where he just flops around the ring and then wins in the end or just loses. So, after that, we have Mex America. We have Zeb Coulter and ADR. I don't really like this pairing, but I'll give it a shot because it's something so different. So I'm going to give it a shot and see where they want to go with this. But at the same time, it's just such an awkward pairing, and it's like ADR needs a manager, that is for sure, because he's not bad on the mic, but he definitely is well suited with that sidekick, or when he had the announcer and all that stuff. So I'll let this slide. We'll see where it goes. After that, we have Naomi versus Natty, and this is another one-on-one match, thank God. The only problem is, we keep getting what the fans don't want, and that's Sasha Banks, and we get Naomi, which Naomi is fine, but compared to some of the other ones, she's definitely on the second tier. She's not top tier for the women. She's lower mid card, if that, for the women. So it's nice to see Natty, but she's in an awkward spot against Naomi with Sasha Banks, which the crowd loves. I was surprised too. Natty picked up this victory, even with Team Bad at ringside. So good for her. After that, we have I'm going to say the best match of the night. We have Sheamus versus Cesaro. Sheamus, tired of seeing him. Cesaro, man, he just is getting better every week. It's so ridiculous how he's putting together these matches and these moves he's pulling off, and he's just at no wasted motions. Everything looks so good. He's running in the crowd. I'm saying he's the next People's Champ for sure. And he picks up the victory here. I was fully expecting him to lose this match to Sheamus, but he actually wins. But the problem is, in the next round, he's going against Roman Reigns. So where's the excitement there? I just don't see it. Okay, so you win a match and you go to lose to Roman Reigns? Like, unless they pull a shocker, which they're not going to do because they don't like to do that stuff. If Cesaro won this tournament, the crowd would go insane. But of course, that's not going to happen. So Cesaro picks up the victory. It looks great as always. After that, we have Ambrose versus Tyler Breeze, and this is Tyler Breeze's first match on Raw, and he has the unfortunate task of going against Ambrose. So you have Breeze coming up, and it looks like their stories for him, they may have been changed a little bit since Rollins got hurt, but at the same time, it's like they brought up another NXT guy, and is he going to be like Neville? Like, he's just there? We have enough guys on the main roster that are just there. Curtis Axel, Zack Ryder, Heath Slater, just to name a few. So adding Breeze, Breeze isn't... he took the worst character and made it one of the most entertaining things in NXT, and now he's going to be on Raw and he's going to become Fandango. So I feel bad for him. Ambrose is popular as always, but he's so genuine, so the fans can really get behind that. He picks up the victory. After that, we have the most entertaining part of Raw, of course, the New Day. And I'm so happy when the New Day comes out because everything they say sounds so natural. They're always in tune with each other. They're playing off the crowd. Their moves they do in the ring. Everything is just so good right now. They're great heels, but they're so entertaining. You can't help but be happy that they're there. I mean, what a great balance. And that's something that some of the other guys they just can't even touch right now. I'm so happy they're still the tag team champs because there's not a better tag team in the division right now at all. Nowhere even close. So you have the New Day, and they're going up against the team of Neville and the Usos. Usos, I get why people like them. They're fun, loving guys. They have cool colors and stuff like that, but they haven't done anything since they've been here. Their characters have not developed at all. They've just done nothing. Yeah, they've been tag champs, and yeah, they come out with big smiles on their faces, and they do the double super kick and the double jump out the ring, but they have absolutely zero character development in the few years they've been around. So to me, it's kind of a waste. I really think you should do the Samoan stable with heel Roman Reigns at the top. You have the enforcers of the Usos, and then you throw Tamina in there as well. So I think that'd be incredible. And in fact, not only would I do that, I'd build him up as a major heel and then have him go against The Rock at WrestleMania. That, I think, would be the best option for everyone involved. So after this match, so the New Day wins that match, which I was shocked again. But I'm happy as well because there's just no one close to the New Day, just entertainment value on Raw. So after that, we've been seeing kind of promos all night about the history of Undertaker and Kane, and so Bray Wyatt's coming out to do the eulogy for Undertaker and Kane. He comes out, he gives a little speech, great as always, and then of course Undertaker comes out. I don't think that was a shock. Comes with Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. They come out. Of course, the rest of the Wyatt family then comes out. Brothers of Destruction lay everyone out. Double choke slam Bray Wyatt. It's I'm not going to say it's always nice to see them together, but there was a time where it was great to see them together. So I think when you see them together now, you think back on that time, but it's 2015. And Bray Wyatt's already done the job for The Undertaker, and that didn't help him at all. And from where all this promoting and all this stuff's going, Wyatt needs a victory. He hasn't won any meaningful feud ever. So, I mean, the last feud I can think that he even won was, with the Wyatt family versus the Shield. Besides that, I can't even think of something where he's beaten someone a couple times in a row. I don't think it's ever happened. And, he has a great potential to be the next mysterious Undertaker figure, and they've kind of wasted these 2 years making him look weak. When Undertaker debuted, he didn't lose matches. When Kane debuted, he didn't lose matches. They were unstoppable, and they kind of missed the boat with Wyatt. Hopefully they don't miss the boat on him, because I think the more they kind of, he's fine, they're going to waste away his career where he should have been champion by now, especially with the Wyatt family. He should be so unstoppable. Maybe that could have been the beast that Roman Reigns could have vanquished. But of course they didn't do that, and I'm just hoping Wyatt wins this. I mean, Undertaker, great, 25 years, awesome. Kane, 20 years. He's had his ups and downs, but it's Wyatt's era to begin, and hopefully it begins in convincing fashion at Survivor Series. So for Raw, I was about to say it was a step up from last week, which it was, but with the Roman Reigns Memorial I Will Be the Inevitable Champion tournament, it kind of just brings down the whole show. I mean, there's stuff I look forward to. I mean, the women finally getting singles matches, Kevin Owens on a regular basis winning, hell, the Intercontinental Champion winning in general, Cesaro just winning and having great matches. There's a lot of things I like. The New Day, but it's like a big anchor on the whole show. The Roman Reigns inevitable champion tournament. So hopefully, hopefully they pull a swerve, but they're not going to. But I just hope it backfires and he becomes a heel. I think he would be a pretty decent heel under the right circumstances, which eventually could turn him face. So for Best of NWF, this is our Raw After Show.